Good day, everyone. We are the Group 2A from BN3D, and today we will present to you the poster of our research study. But before anything else, allow me to introduce everybody on our group. First, we have Liana Denil Alormo, Shureid Marie Gayondato, Rina Lee Chloe Glazo, Kate Angela Rosalia, Jillian Marie Jimenea, and me, Wilbert Andrew Flamon. So ever since the pandemic started, a massive shift in education happened. Because of the COVID-19 protocols, students and teachers were forced to work and study from home. This ushered a new era of online learning, wherein learning took place in the digital world. But because this was somewhat new problems arose. In this research, we will discuss one of these problems. Ladies and gentlemen, today we present to you the level of perception towards online nursing of student nurses. For the purpose of the study is to determine the level of perceptions towards online learning among student nurses. Specifically, it will seek to answer the following questions. 1. What is the profile of the participants when grouped according to age, sex, frequency of online usage, and internet connectivity? Number 2, what is the level of perceptions towards online learning of student nurses when grouped according to age, sex, frequency of online usage, and internet connectivity? Number 3, is there a significant difference in the level of perceptions towards online learning among student nurses when grouped according to their profile, which are age, sex, frequency of online usage, and internet connectivity?
The research design that was used for the study is descriptive quantitative research. Descriptive research aims to be able to describe people or circumstances by analyzing them in their nature. The researchers had no control over any variables, but only explained or interpreted the sample of variables. Even though a descriptive study can explore multiple variables, a variable was explored using the design. The purpose of this study was to describe the level of perception among student nurses towards online learning. For the participants, there are 123 Level 3 student nurses of the University of St. LaSalle constituted the participants of the study. A database management RAUSOF was used to calculate the sample size of a population needed and reliability in conducting studies or surveys with a 5% margin error, 95% of level of confidence, 50% response distribution, and 177 Level 3 student nurses of University of St. LaSalle as a population size. In stratified random sampling, this sampling method was utilized as a method in the divisions of the different sections of the Level 3 student nurses into subgroups. These specific subgroups are Sections A, with 30 participants, Section B, 21 participants, Section C, 31 participants, and Section D, which are 31 participants. For the research instruments, in gathering the student profile data, a researcher's made questionnaire was used. A questionnaire was divided into two parts. Part 1, the participants' demographic profile, which includes the age, sex, frequency, and online usage, and internet connectivity. Part 2, the level of perception towards online learning of the student nurses, which consists of 25 questions with measuring statements precisely, strongly agree, undecided, disagree, and strongly disagree. The instrument was also critiqued and validated by the 3 validators, which are registered nurses with master's and doctoral degree in nursing. Guren's case validity test result 3.53 and interpreted as very good, and Cronbach's alpha reliability result is 0.815.
For the results and discussion of the study, for the demographic profile of the third-year nursing students, graph shows that most of the participants, which account for 69.1%, fall to ages 18 to 21 years old, while the remaining 30.9% fall into ages 22 to 43 years old. This result implies that the participants are of mature or legal age to participate in the study. For the sex profile of the participants, there's a majority of females compared to males, consisting of figures of 68 and 55 respectively. There are also more female student nurses enrolled in the college than men. The study conducted by Fasey and War 2015 states that the students use the internet on their devices frequently, which coincides with the results in terms of the frequency of online usage out of 123 participants. 10 answered rarely or 4 to 7 hours a day, 36 answered occasionally or 8 to 11 hours a day, 44 answered frequently or 12 to 14 hours a day, and 33 of them answered for the very frequently or 15 hours or more a day. With the internet connectivity, 6 participants answered category 2A with a limited connectivity and a mobile device but no laptop or no PC. 79 of the participants answered category B with limited connectivity and a mobile device with a laptop or personal computer. 38 participants answered category C with stable connectivity and a mobile device, laptop, or personal computer. The majority of the third-year nursing students are in category 2B with limited connectivity and mobile device with a laptop or a personal computer. Table 2 presents the level of perception towards online learning among student nurses. The level of perception with a mean of 3.00 is average. When grouped according to age, student nurses whose ages are 18 to 21 years old with a mean of 3.03 and 22 to 43 years old with a mean of 2.95 have an average level of perception. When grouped according to sex, student nurses that are male with a mean of 3.01 and female with a mean of 2.99 have an average level of perception. When grouped according to frequency of online usage, for student nurses who's using frequently with a mean of 3.11, occasionally with a mean of 3.00, rarely with a mean of 2.91, and very frequently with a mean of 2.88 have an average level of perception. When grouped according to internet connectivity, student nurses who belongs to category 3 with a mean of 3.16, category 2B with a mean of 2.94, and category 2A with a mean of 2.78 have an average level of perception. In table 3, the independent sample t-test was used to determine the significant difference in the level of perceptions toward online learning among student nurses when grouped according to age and sex. The result shows no significant differences in ages and sex with a p-value of 0.459 and 0.867 respectively. The difference is significant when p is less than or equal to 0.05.
So for the table 4, significant difference in the level of perceptions towards online learning among student nurses when grouped according to frequency of online usage and internet connectivity. For the frequency of online usage, the p-value is 0.334. For internet connectivity, the p-value is 0.088. For the conclusion, the level of perception towards online learning among student nurses is determined based on the profile of the participants, which includes the age, sex, frequency of online usage, and internet connectivity reflected in the results. In terms of age, most participants of these studies are age 18 to 21 years old. In line with this, the results have shown that there are no age gaps in online learning or the usefulness of online learning, and the participants aged 22 to 43 years old were not different from the younger participants in overall student performance and attitude towards technology. With the level of perception towards online learning, the student nurses population predominantly consists of female participants. There are no gender variances between the male and female in terms of the students' academic outcomes. In terms of the frequency of online usage, results show that majority of the participants are frequently online, which in line with the results that the students use computers during synchronous online class like teleconferencing, video conferencing, and in doing their assigned tasks like viewing audio graphics, using online database or library, and more. Aside from this, the internet connectivity shows a more significant number of the student nurses who chose category 2B, which indicates with limited connectivity and mobile device, with a laptop or with a personal computer. The students' internet connectivity is limited, which is not a concern of the student nurses and does not affect their level of perception towards online learning. The participants' age, sex, and frequency of online usage and internet connectivity shows no significant difference in the level of perception towards learning experience of student nurses. The overall level of perception of the third-year student nurses was average. Today's generation is more comfortable in using gadgets and the internet. They are also known to be tech-savvy because they are proficient in the use of modern technology. However, even though they are knowledgeable in using online platforms, they are still adapting to the mode of learning brought by the new normal. This implementation is the first time in the country's education in general to conduct classes online. Everyone needs to adjust, especially the skills-based course, just like nursing.
Recommendations. Studies' findings and conclusion have implied some recommendations that can be addressed that involve stakeholders. For the university administrators, we suggest that this research could be of basis in assessing the effectiveness of this new mode of learning. For the College of Nursing administrators and faculty, which includes the dean, clinical coordinator, and instructors, they would be able to address the student nurses' concern about their online learning through this study. To the nursing students, we suggest utilizing this research to express their opinions and perceptions towards their online learning experience. For the future researchers, the level of perception towards online learning among student nurses could be used to compare to future studies. And that ends our discussion. In behalf of all our members, we'd like to thank you for your time and listening to our study.